Only Buffalo is going to win it home.
Kick your heels up and shout.
We're seeing why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
We are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdubills podcast, and we're definitely excited today. To be here. Listen, got a lot of things to talk about, got a lot of things to get into. We know we had to come a day late, definitely had some things going on yesterday, but it is okay. It's all right. We are here today, and yeah. So shout out to everybody on Facebook right now. We know we had posted the link to the YouTube. Right now we're having some difficulties with Facebook for whatever reason, but it's all right. So you can go to our YouTube page right now. The link is up there, and we are live on YouTube. So with that being said, let's ask everybody how they doing today. Matt, how you doing today, man? Matt, you muted?
Yep, I'm muted. Yep. My bad. Doing good, man. Just, rolling off another Bills dub. That my Yankees finally got a win last night in the series. It was looking like a
bruh. Oh my God. Oh, Matt is frozen. Yankees, man.
I'm gonna catch that game. But yeah, no, I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped to be here.
Shout out to the Yankees. Rad, how you doing today, man? That just threw me for a loop, just even talking about it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Yankees. Crazy. They got a hold of themselves out of it. We'll see. We're rooting for them. I'm doing great, man. The Bills are doing great. I think it's a great day to be the Bills fan right now. We go up. We got Jekyll and Hyde fans. We up and down. Depends on how each week go. But I'm happy. I'm here. Let's talk.
Absolutely. Definitely here to talk Bills, and that's what we're getting ready to do. But before we do that, let me do this. Overdubillspod.com. Overdubillspod.com. We appreciate everybody for supporting all Overdubills content, all those amazing things. Thank you. We appreciate you. Shout out to Buffalo fan base. We are not on there right now. Had to just switch some things around. We definitely appreciate them in that collab. And also, Matt, if you can't be so kind and let the people know who is sponsoring this show today.
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode is brought to you by Art of Glass Smoke Shop. Just like the Bills on the field, the Art of Glass Smoke Shop smokes the competition. It lights the competition up. Western New York's one-stop shop will provide you with any and all of your smoking needs to get you right. Art of Glass has a huge selection of CBD, kratom, scales, rolling papers, and so much more. Stop into any one of their Western New York locations today and get everything you need. They also offer a premium cigar lounge located at 3495 Delaware Avenue in Kenmore. Stop in today and check them out. Mention the Overdubills podcast and get 50% off of all glass purchases. And also, if you stop into their premium cigar lounge, mention the Overdubills podcast, you'll be granted a complimentary day pass for your visit. So definitely go in, check those guys out, and see what they got. Definitely shout out to those guys.
Absolutely. Shout out Art of Glass. Definitely appreciate them. Definitely appreciate all those who are sponsoring, all those who are partners with the Overdubills pod. And we ask you to like and review, rate and subscribe, do all those amazing things, rate and review, subscribe, share this. Please share this video. I know it's on YouTube. Definitely trying to get our YouTube numbers up as well, though. So we really want y'all to come over here. Shout out to Facebook. No issues with that. But y'all know the vibe. So do that. Like, review, rate, and subscribe. Let's lead to the show. Quick question of the day. I was thinking about this, and I wanted to ask you guys this. I know I'm just throwing this at you, but can you name the second best player on the Bills team not named Josh Allen? Obviously, the second best, I say. So the best player not named Josh Allen, the player that you believe is most critical to our success. Who is that person for you and why? right? And I asked you it, and I didn't give you the question before because I don't want you to think about it. I kind of just want you to like let's hear your real raw answer. So I'm gonna go to Rad first, and I'm gonna go to Matt, right? So Rad, the person who is linked to our success, not named Josh Allen, is who? Go.
This is a tough one. I got two people that came to mind that have been playing great this year, right? It wasn't like the people I thought that was going to be the second or third best coming into the year, but they just been playing that role. But I gotta give love to dang, I just had a blank. Benford, Christian Benford. Sorry, I'm tripping. I just had Christian Benford has been, I mean, second to none, right? You got obviously you got the Patrick Surtains of the world. Shout out to Christian Gonzalez's of the world. You got the Johnson in Chicago. You got these top five guys that's always been top five, but he has been playing shut down cornerback. You know what I mean? Christian Benford has been elite. He's been playing like we made some noise going into the season about Kyer Elam and how much he gonna play. Is he gonna be in a rotation of? We don't see Kyer Elam. He on the bench chilling because Christian Benford is that good. You know what I'm saying? He's that good, that great, that elite. We don't even hear his he's good at we don't hear his name. He nothing happens on his side of the field. Nothing happens when he's guarding people. So Christian Benford has been, I mean, as good as any quarterback in recent time. I mean, and especially in his first 8 starts, I say, because in his first 8 starts of the season, I mean, Christian Benford has been a lockdown cornerback. So I gotta give it to him on the defensive side. I mean, I had other names, maybe Matt or Preach would say it, but for me, I'm gonna lean towards Christian Benford.
Okay, Matt, we got Christian Benford.
Yeah, I think James Cook, man. I think we have that guy that is a real bona fide weapon in the run game and in the pass game. I mean, he's carried, he's gotten more volume when we needed him to. He's essentially made, in some games him and Ray Davis, they made Josh Allen kind of a non-factor that in those games to win those games. So I'm gonna definitely say James Cook is a huge addition to our success. Could Ray Davis step in that role? He obviously showed out on that Jets game on Monday night, but I really do think James Cook is a real weapon that defenses really have to account for on Sundays.
I would say, and I guess I'll piggyback on Matt. I would say the offensive line. As it relates to the run game, just as a whole. I mean, I don't think we anticipated running the ball, but we didn't necessarily anticipate the offensive line playing this way, right? I think playing so physical and being like a downhill running team, we're a legit running team. When people talk about us, this is like we run the ball. That's kind of what we do. That's our stick. That's our thing. And I think it's very, very important to the team. And moving forward, I think that going into cold weather, right, which is getting ready to happen, that's important. People do not want to tackle in the cold weather. We have that downhill running scheme. So I would say the next thing, the next, I know obviously I said player, but the next players, in my opinion, is the running game. And so shout out to that. So we got Christian Benford, we have James Cook, and we also have the entire offensive line of the Buffalo Bills. All right. With that being said, let's give a game recap, right? Let's talk about the game that we had in Seattle. We put up 31 shellacking, some would say. Started off slow, but came on strong. So I want to ask you guys, from this particular game, what's something that you want to take from this game, right? Something that you want to take going into this. This is about the mid-season mark, right? Mid-season mark. And so we're looking at this bird's eye view moving forward, right? For the next, 9 games going into the playoffs. What is something that you say, okay, this is something we can build upon. We need to take this moving forward. I'm going to go to Matt first.
So I think the biggest thing for me, you saw it in the first touchdown, right? The Keon Coleman confidence. Keon Coleman confidence. He. I know we said it, in the beginning that he has all the tools. He's got to put it together. He's playing like he should. He belongs out there, and he's making the plays. He's doing it the right way, man. And I think the more every week you see more and more how in tune he's getting with Josh. They're connecting on the back shoulder throws. Obviously, Josh trusts him a lot in the red zone to just throw it up to him, go and get it. And we saw that prime example on Sunday, the first touchdown, and I think he's really coming into his own right now. And I want to continue that and go and keep it rolling.
Interesting. So, Rat, what do you say? What's one thing that we can take?
For me, it's the run defense, right? I think going into this game, I said our biggest issue was stopping the run. We just haven't been great stopping the run, and they had a good running back, Kenneth Walker, Charbonnet combination, and I think we only gave up like 35 rushing yards all game. I think it was like one yard in the first half, right? The physicality that our defensive line played with. I know Bernard was out, but the linebackers was coming up tackling. They essentially made Seattle one-dimensional, and they didn't have DK, which is a big help to us as well. But they made him one-dimensional, and Geno Smith was just being aggravated all game. In some clips it seemed like he was crying on the sideline. I don't know, it looked bad. You know what I'm saying? He was just throwing fits. You know what I'm saying? So that run defense, stopping them, making them one-dimensional, that's something we need to carry on, because we could be gashed in that area. And so the defense traveled all the way to Seattle. We haven't been there in years. So for that defensive travel, so for us the good coaching, shout out to Sean McDermott. He had us prepared for this game. This West Coast game. We're traveling far. We haven't been there. The 12th man. It's a big old deal. And we showed up physical, ready to play, and we punched them in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a well-coached game.
I would say, and I know that this happens, but I think that it needs to continue to happen. I don't know if necessarily we're going to get home field advantage all throughout the playoffs. Hopefully we can, but from all the reports, and we know that the Bills travel, like we know we travel, but I think like even now, obviously we're better. I think the Bills were traveling even more. People are making an event. They're going to these games, and we take over cities, right? We take over cities, and that's important. If we go to Baltimore, let's take over Baltimore, right? If that is the case, right? If we have to go to Kansas City, then let's take it over. Like if we're gonna travel, let's try. I hope that we are here. I do. I hope that we are here. Let's have the home playoff games and so on and so forth. But I want to keep that moving forward, right? I want to keep that trend going. That Bills Mafia is taking over every city they go in. We're making an event. We're coming in and we're doing what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important. That's important. And I don't know how you feel. How you feel about that, Matt?
No, I feel the exact same way. And you hit the nail right on the head. You said, we not only take over stadiums, we take over cities. It is a weekend ordeal. Like you see in Miami, you see, we take over sections of South Beach, Seattle. It was crazy all weekend. I went to Detroit for Thanksgiving a couple years ago, and the Bills fans, we took over that entire weekend. So it's then obviously you see it on being a season ticket holder. Maybe it's because we're Bills fans. I've never seen a team come in and take over our city for the weekend. I have seen when we were pretty bad, teams come in and take over our stadium. Pittsburgh fans, Raiders fans that travel really well. I've seen them take over or pretty much match a stadium, but never a city for the weekend like we do. So definitely keep that rolling. We'll have another opportunity next week in Indy. We'll see it again.
Absolutely. And for me, and I'll just say this, I know we gave 3 things that we wanted to take moving forward, but something that I honestly, and this is just in my heart of heart, something that I want to leave in Seattle, and I want to leave at every other city prior to this game. I personally don't like the idea of starting slow, right? Like I don't know. It just like eventually it comes back to bite you. You get into those situations. And yes, while we dominated this team, we were the better team. They didn't have DK Metcalf or whatever, but we were the better team, I do believe. But like when we face those upper echelon teams, a la even the Baltimores, the Kansas City, so on and so forth, it's like as you get into these points, like eventually it doesn't work out, right? It doesn't work out like it should. And I think that honestly, we need to get on our P's and Q's as it relates to that. That's me. I think we need to start better. So, Matt, if it's something that you can say, this is what we need to do better coming away from this game mid-season, what would that be?
I guess I'll piggyback on that. On that, and then also too, we did have some early penalties too that we
Right.
kind of overcame. Little bit. Not this whole season's not really been Sean McDermott-esque, with penalties wise. So I want to cut down on some of that because, like you said, when we do play these upper echelon teams, and that, if you couple that with starting slow, we're just setting ourselves up for failure all day long.
That's the problem. Brad, what would you leave? What would you leave?
I honestly, I mean, I know that's been your complaint, Pre. So you've been consistent with that. So I give you that. But I think we played a good game. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Those perfect games is like it's few and far between. You know what I'm saying? It's just they don't happen that much. The Chiefs are undefeated. I don't know if they played a good game per se yet. You know what I'm saying? They've been in dogfights every game and they undefeated. So it's hard to play that perfect game. I think we've seen Ravens maybe play great games, but then they lose to the Browns the next week. So so I just want to collect wins. And I think this is a win that we collected, so I'm happy with it, especially in a tough atmosphere like Seattle on a roll, a team we don't play as much. To go in there and dominate like the way we did, I like it all, so I take it.
So let me ask this before we go to the Rad Juice player of the game. Let me ask y'all this: leaving this game, is it something? How can I answer this? Ask this. What we have, is it sufficient enough for where we're going or where we want to go? And I'll just leave it at that. What we have now, what you've seen, obviously, maybe every position is not necessarily full strength. Obviously, we have people coming back, and you can talk about that. We have players that we just received, a la Amari Cooper. He's not necessarily acclimated to offense 100%. But as it stands, as far as talent-wise and what we have right now, Matt, Rad, do you think that it's sufficient enough for us to move forward to where we want to be, which is a Super Bowl? And I'm gonna go to Matt first.
Yeah, I think that Amari was really the piece, that really is what this offense needed. You see, and I know I mentioned Keon getting more confident. Khalil Shakir would look dominant on Sunday, man. He's smooth. He had 9 catches for just above $1. It's he was a guy that Josh was going to all day long. That I guess that pressure off of those guys allows them to play just like it kind of did last year when we had Diggs. You still got to account for that number one receiver so those other guys can make you pay, and they're doing it right now. So I do think we're all right. And then on the other side of it, Sean McDermott has a very good track record of doing more with less, right? You see, Terrell Bernard being out for a couple weeks, Matt Milano going down. It's next man up, and the next man up is playing and playing well. We got some good news this week. We got Von Miller back from suspension, so that's all behind him. And then he also said yesterday that there's hope that Matt Milano was going to return, maybe even a little bit sooner than they thought. So we're in a good spot with players. Knock on wood. I think we do have enough.
Interesting, right?
I'm always down to improve the team, right? Last week we talked about it. We talked about Cooper Kupp being on the trade block. Should we have do we regret going after Amari Cooper and not getting Cooper Kupp and stuff like that?
I don't know if that was true though.
I don't know, but I mean,
Okay.
why I'm bringing that up because Brandon Beane, all reports is that he was looking into the Cooper Kupp thing. So he was trying to bring him Kupp too. So it was like, okay, we add you too if it's true, if we can get you. So I'm always okay with, especially when you got a quarterback like Josh who's playing a great football, right? Josh is playing great football. I think our offense is good enough. I think our defense is young in areas, but we're playing collectively good defense. And if we can push, we got some chips we can push in to be all in on this year. Because I mean, right now going into the season, the expectations was lower, right? Because going into, if we talking about talent, this wasn't one of our most talented team in the last. I would say in the Brandon Breen era, it wasn't like the peak Stephon Diggs and Poyer and Trey White years. It's not that as far as of talent, right? So expectations has lowered for the Bills coming into the season. People saying, are we going to even win our division, right? So with lower expectations, give us room to, over exceed. You know what I'm saying? So we've been doing better than a lot of people thought we were doing. Amari Cooper addition is great, but if it's something out there that that Brandon Bean's seen that can improve this team and push us over that hump, shout out to Jaheim. He said something. Go get Miles. If you get Miles Garrett, go get Miles Garrett. But I mean, I don't know how realistic that is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Jameis winning. If Jameis winning, they probably not even they probably not in fire selling right now as much as we thought. So I think Brandon Bean is still trying to tinker and understanding that we're good. We're in a position that we can win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like we got Josh Allen playing top 2, 3. We got McDermott, who I feel like is one of the best defensive minds in the league. We just added Amari Cooper. James Cook is playing Pro Bowl. When we're healthy, Terrell Bernard, Teron Johnson, Rousseau, right? They are playing great football. So this is a year that we can win it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like, this is everything is all great because we didn't have expectations this year. No, this is a year we can win the Super Bowl. So if we can improve, let's improve.
Yeah, and I think if we're far enough into the season where we have a good sample size of who is who, right? In the NFL. So I think if you stack us up against the who is who, we are in that conversation 100% every time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There was some doubt in the beginning of the year, but toward where we are now and who we have coming up. I think we're right up there,
especially in the AFC, right? Especially in the AFC. Yeah. I know we lost some away games. I know we lost in Baltimore. I know we lost in Houston. But those we gonna. I mean, it's hard to go undefeated. And nobody. I mean, it's never been only been done once and almost done another time. So going undefeated is very difficult. And playing good teams at home is also difficult. So as long as we continue to win at home, which I think we should win. Most if not all of our home games. We're definitely going to be one of the better teams in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs undefeated, Baltimore beat us, so you can give them that. But I feel like when we play the Chiefs this year, I think we're going to beat them. I think we're the team that's going to beat them. Now we beat them every regular season. What does that matter to get to the playoffs? Who cares? But I think in a couple weeks we're going to beat the Chiefs. So we'll see.
I'm glad you brought that up. So let's keep that over here because I want to come back to that. But let's do Rat Juice Player of the Game, right? Let's do Rat Juice Player of the Game, and we're gonna pick a player. We're gonna single out a player that we want to highlight at the Seahawks game. And if you can do that, you can do that in the comments right now. You can do that in the comments right now. But Rat, please let the people know who is sponsoring this segment.
This segment is brought to you by Rad Juice, real fruit, real flavor, real kids. Tired of the same old drinks? Rad Juice is here, crafted by young entrepreneurs with a passion for taste. It's a real fruit adventure. Experience nature finest in every sip. No artificial additive, just pure refreshment. Explore 3 exciting flavors: peach, strawberry, and tropical. And now you can find Rad Juice at 2 convenient locations near you. 716 Premium, located at 425 Elmwood. And Sweet Cheeks. Yes, Sweet Cheeks. Cake Bar, located at 1685 Hurdle. Elevate your refreshment game with Rad Juice, created by kids, enjoyed by everyone. Grab yours today.
Matt, who is your Rad Juice Player of the Game?
Man, there is a lot that we can give it to. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give it to James Cook this week. Like you said, our running game is looking good. He had 17 carries for $111 and 2 touchdowns, and when he's been running, both of our running backs, man, when they're running, they make defensive backs pay for tackling them. So I want to continue seeing that going forward. James Cook on that touchdown, he wouldn't be denied on that first one. So I think I'm gonna give it to him this week.
Right.
Shout out to Judge. He just hit a homer and Chisholm. We up 3-0. We up 3-0. Shout out to the Yankees.
Let's go.
Get that
Yes,
monkey
sir.
out. Boy, get
Let's
that
go,
monkey.
Aaron.
Give the Rad Juice player of the game to those Yankees fans yesterday that got the boys excited. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
They banned. Shout out to them. So Yankees up 3-0. I gotta give it to the Rook, man. I'm gonna give it to the Rook. I gotta give it to the Rook. Keon Coleman coming off being rookie of the week, either last week or the week before that. Coming and it was against some good cornerbacks. You know what I mean? Seattle ain't Woolen and Kobe. They decent cornerbacks. It wasn't like food out there. So he was handling them all game, blocking, tough catches, obviously the contested catch. So if he playing like that, I know Cooper didn't have a great game, but if Coleman playing like that, I called him Gabe Davis plus. Maybe he proved me wrong, but he's we'll see moving forward. But Keon Coleman, man, like you said, man, coming in the show, the confidence is there. If Josh gonna trust him on 50-50 balls, I mean, he gonna have 6-7 touchdowns this year.
We'll see. Mine is Josh Allen. The reason why I say that is because I know Jaheim in the comments. Appreciate everybody in the comments. Is asked the question about why don't the Bills get national coverage, and I will push back on that is because we stopped getting national coverage because our national player was not playing like he should. Now that he is playing like that, we are getting national coverage because a lot of talk has been Josh Allen. He's number one as far as MVP odds. He got himself back there. He's the favorite to win the MVP, and I think he's playing as such, right? I think that we got Josh Allen some weapons. Irregardless of Amari Cooper playing at a high level right now, hopefully he will play at a high level.
We need him.
You know what I'm saying? But the point is, we needed another body. We needed somebody to come in. MVS being out there just wasn't the answer, right? We all know that. So I think that Josh Allen playing this way and having the game under control and like having the confidence to throw it to a Keon Coleman, but put it in a place where it's like, all right, young fella, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's done it multiple times, y'all. Like he's actually, I like the idea of a quarterback trying to develop a talent like that, right? He's trying to develop him. He's giving him multiple opportunities in order to be great, and he's showing up. So for me, I think that Josh Allen is pushing us into the upper echelon of teams, and by that we're going to get national coverage because of our quarterback, especially when he plays at a high caliber level. Like when he plays that way, when he was 9 for whatever, nobody's talking about us. Like, and nobody should talk about us, right? Because when we look at our team as a whole, we don't have any highlight players. Let's just keep it a buck. Like Von Miller is probably the other biggest name, and Von Miller's on suspension, and he's way past his prime. You know what I'm saying? So in reality, Matt Milano, he's probably another household name in theory, but he's not playing, right? So when you look at Buffalo as a whole, the person you want to talk about is Josh Allen. Then from Josh Allen, you will hear James Cook name. You will hear a group name. You will hear, you know what I'm saying? Like so on and so forth for Dalton Kincaid. You know what I'm saying? Like just that alone. You can even look at it in a fantasy perspective. We have a Josh Allen, we got James Cook, and then that's probably where it stops. But when Josh Allen plays better, Shakir. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Keon Coleman is a dart throw. Shout out to Shakir. He's definitely playing well. You know, dart throw, Keon Coleman, now Amari Cooper, so on and so forth, right? So shout out to Josh Allen. He's a Rad Juice player of the game. I think he's playing better ball now.
To say that, even with the interception, I know he in his streak, whatever. Even with the interception, even with the little fumble that we got back, he was composed. He let it roll off. It didn't, spiral down and make Josh think he gotta get it back. Russell, you don't throw picks. Every quarterback is throwing picks. Josh finally ended his streak. Let it be known, and we good. I think Josh good.
So we got a game coming up, 1:00. Daylight savings time. We play Miami. Miami is coming here.
Is it really already?
You get an extra hour. Shout out to the extra hours. So let's talk about keys for success because we own Miami. Generally, Josh Allen owns Miami. Miami just lost to Arizona in a horrible fashion. We know Tua Tagovailoa is back. Devon A. Chain's playing well now. I mean, the receivers, so on and so forth, right? That whole thing. So I'm going to Matt first. Matt, what do you think the keys for success is?
Yeah, I mean, obviously every time we play against Tua, just kind of continue to get after him, man. Make him play. Make him, I guess, get into those extra reads because he wants to get the ball out quick. He's got two guys that can really beat you with the ball in their hands. So continue to not let them get the ball and get after them. And obviously, I think on the offensive side, their defense is a shell of what they were supposed to be. So I think we'll be able to continue our success on the offensive side. It's just really getting those guys off the field and staying into his head and continue to own them.
Rad, what's the keys for success, man?
I think the issue. The thing is that this is a desperate team. 2-5. Everything. Kitchen sink. This is like they're gonna try to do everything they can to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. 2-5. The AFC is not. The strongest, right? Because you got the Bengals that's 3-5. You got. I think the Broncos are technically in the playoffs right now. I mean, how serious is that? If you Miami being 2-5, you still like, all right, if we get back right, we can still find our way to backdoor into the 6 or 7 seed. And I think, playing a division team like Buffalo, maybe coming off a good win at Seattle, can we catch them sleeping? Can we, they blew us out. They knocked our quarterback out. Can we come and play, just come with a higher intensity than them? So I think obviously, Tyreek Hill, Waddle, A-Chain, they all do, right? Tyreek is due for a 80-yard bomb, right? He's due. Like literally, like he haven't, what I'm saying? So just really limited in the big plays, bro. Limited in the big plays because I think they're gonna be out there. They're gonna try to get Tyreek Hill in one-on-one situations. They're gonna throw the deep ball. A-Chain gonna get a lot of one-on-one with linebackers. So I think limited in big plays on 40, 50-yard gash plays that they're gonna try to get. I think we the better team, but they're playing a little desperate. And we the team that took out their quarterback, multiple times. So I think this is going to be a desperate team coming into Buffalo, and we just got to meet their intensity, and I think we will.
I think that this is a game, obviously one in the trenches. People say that all the time, but I think that honestly that we should run the ball down the throat. I want to see 120 plus James Cook. I want to see 120 plus Ray Davis. That type of game for me, just to kind of dominate them, right? Like on the line of scrimmage, like dominate them. Just run the balls down they throw. Like just when they look up, we got the ball 10 minutes into the first half. You know what I mean? 10 minutes of the first quarter, and they just looking up like, oh my God, they can't even do anything. Like McDaniels can't even run any sweet plays because they don't have the ball because they're just running the ball. We're getting third downs. Like I want that this to be that type of game because I don't think that Miami is not a good team. And certainly Miami is nowhere near the caliber of team that we are. But I wanted to ask you guys this because I personally think that this is lining up to be a trap game. Miami being 2-6, bad team, terrible in our division. We're kind of looking past. We got a Kansas City game coming up. That's going to be, for all the marbles. Everybody's going to be watching that game. 425 start, so on and so forth. Do you think that this is a trap game, Matt?
I would if it wasn't Miami.
Okay.
I just think our continued success against Miami, I think Josh Allen, I think those guys just play like just super confident against those guys. When you're lining up against a team and you just like your get back game, they're having a get back game when we're kind of on a roll. So I don't think so. I think those guys know well enough what the gravity of the situation is in the landscape of the AFC right now, and I think they're dialed.
Trap game, not so much, but I think this is going to be the best football Miami going to play this year. Okay. Right? I think Tua second game back. They lost a close game. Tyreek Hill, like these guys, they're going to be on 10 coming to this game early on.
Yeah.
Like I expect maybe a big play. I do expect a big play early. How do we respond to a 50-yard bomb to Tyreek Hill? How do we respond? Is it like, all right, now the wheels go off and it's like, all right, now they're going to put up 35, 40 points out of nowhere and we just looking at them? Or are we going adjust and like respond to them. Respond to a team that's desperate and that's going to throw a bomb and Tyreek open might get open. So I mean, like, I think it's just how we respond offensively to this team. If they go up 14 zip early, or if they go up 10 zip early, is we gonna respond to this fast-paced game? And my question is, how do you feel about, like, do you think we gonna, I don't know if I know we all play football, right? If we are facing Tua, is it blood in the water, or is it like, I don't want to end this boy career if we sack him and get another concussion? You know what I mean? I don't know how they. I'm not saying they don't want to tackle him, get a sack. I'm not saying that, but is it gonna be, like, I got you? I ain't trying to, like.
No, not at all.
Head off. You feel me?
No, I mean, I don't think that they think about it in those terms, right?
Okay.
Like, no, I don't think about it. Yeah, Matt.
I mean, we seen two. You know what I'm saying? Just. I
mean, he get mad concussions anyway. Like, I mean, I don't think that's just what it is.
I like you said though. We played football. I don't think there was ever a time where
I don't never think that way.
Whether if you got that lineup tackle, you're like thinking in your head, "Oh, I'm about to smoke this dude." I don't think it's gonna be a many-faced person. That doesn't matter who it is. They're not going to take any consideration of that, because at the end of the day, they're here to get paid. Especially Rousseau, guys like that. Yeah, they're looking to get paid. They're looking to get that extra sack on the season or whatever. I don't think it's going to affect that at all. And if it does, then I don't know if I want those guys playing for us, honestly.
Facts. So let's do this. Let's talk about the contest, Matt. Let's talk about the contest, because we want to get into score predictions. We definitely want to do that. So if you got your score predictions, please put it in the comments now. Yeah. But Matt, if you can, let the people know who won the contest and then how they can enter into the contest moving forward.
Yeah, so this week's contest, nobody predicted the correct score. A lot of people, in the ballpark with 31-34 for the Bills, but I don't think anybody had the Seahawks only scoring 10 points. So, shout out to our defense. I know even in my score prediction, I said those guys, they could score a little bit more than I thought they would. But this week's winner, we went with the closest to Josh Allen's passing yards. Josh finished with 283. Kevin Hans was our winner this week, so shout out to you, Kevin. My boy Cal, shout out to him. Definitely gonna get you that $20 gift card to Art of Glass Smoke Shop. You can go pick that up. I'll shoot you the details on that. This week we're gonna run the same contest. The score prediction for the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins. You're going to follow us in Art of Glass Smoke Shop. Then you're going to predict the score for the game on Sunday, and then as a tiebreaker, we're going to go with Josh Allen's passing yards as our first one, and we're going to do a secondary one. This week we're going to go with James Cook's rushing yards. Man, we'll keep that trend rolling. We'll switch the secondary up a bunch, but yeah, definitely enter into that. The winner can get a $20 gift certificate to Art of Glass Smoke Shop. So definitely get in that before 12:45 on Sunday.
Rad, what's your score?
I got the Miami starting fast, right? I got Miami starting fast. Let's give them. I give them 17 points. Bills 27. I say Bills 27, Dolphins 17.
Matt.
You know what, man? I like our scoring right now, man. I think I'm gonna keep us in the 30s. I'm gonna say Bills 33, Dolphins 23.
I got Bills 34, Dolphins 21. So we got Bills. Everybody got Bills winning. I think the Bills should win this game. And definitely appreciate everybody in the comments. And continue to be that. Like, share, rate, and review this video. We apologize for being on Wednesday. We had some things, but we will be back every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. We will be on all of our platforms. So shout out to everybody for being here. We know we got on Facebook a little later, but we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, on our Overdubills pages. So we want you to like and subscribe to those pages. Definitely want you to do that. Overdubillspod.com. We appreciate y'all. We will be back next week, and we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Only Buffalo is gonna win it, folks. The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout.
see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.